this is not how you handle a little bit of criticism on a social media website, at least if you're a professional author. Now, this is pretty wild how this escalates quickly. And this is also pretty funny because of the way that this has been happening so much lately. We're seeing that authors are leaving AI prompts in their books. And this is seeming to happen. I don't know if it's just what I'm seeing and it's recency bias or confirmation bias here. I'm seeing it a lot in this like romantasy genre thing, which is already a pretty cringe genre by itself among these like Bookstagram book talk ladies who are making their fan bases off of these kind of things. Really funny stuff. Let's get into the news in just a moment as we talk about all things. This is your fantasy news, my friends. Glad you're here. My name's John Delarose, and I am a fantasy author myself. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Join me as I talk about all things here. And this is my series. It's called For Steam and Country, or at least the series is called The Adventures of Baron von Monocle. You'll not find any AI prompts in this book. I wrote this prior to AI existing. And so good stuff. You're going to really enjoy it. It's optimistic, just adventure fiction. And you have an airship crew. They fight monsters. They have to save their kingdom. There's a big war that brews, and it actually twists and becomes even bigger as the books go along. I'm not going to spoil everything for you, but it is a lot of fun, and it's really the opposite of the way that a lot of the fantasy genre is going with this romantasy crap these days. I really, really, really want to get you reading, my friends. So please check this out. It's in the description below. And gosh, I got some great comments just from readers that just have been talking up this series this week. You can see we got our 601st review, which is awesome. And thank you guys for reading already. This is available on ebook, print, and audio, and it's in the description below. I think you'll enjoy this world. Thanks again, guys, for supporting real fantasy fiction. Thank you so much. So Kate Seeger found herself embroiled in an incredible amount of drama on Threads as her new fantasy book was called out for having AI prompts left in the books. She actually threatened to sue the person who revealed it, which led that person to delete those, and then she deleted her entire Threads account. Oh my gosh, so much drama. Over the last few weeks, there's been a massive uptick in instances of authors getting savaged over leaving AI prompts in their books, revealing that they'd been using generative AI to write the text. A few weeks ago, this made headline news, and I think we covered it on the channel here, about a different fantasy novel that actually left an AI prompt in there saying, please copy this other writer's style, which is pretty funny on that level as well. Somebody really didn't want to work on this. Her name was Lena McDonald. And now, New Fantasy ARC, which is Advanced Review Copy. So Kate Seeger was giving these out to people, and this is what they do a lot. I don't really do this, and maybe that's a problem. Maybe I should, but there's a lot of people who like give out a lot of books ahead of time to like get more reviews for their books. As you can see, this is my new one, and just like we've sold 1,000 copies of this since it came out at beginning of April, and you can see I only have 19 reviews on it. Please review this if you read this. Thank you very much. But I don't have these whole teams just like building up the reviews before the books come out, and they do that for good reason, because when you see for Steam and Country and it's got 600 reviews. If you just saw this by itself, you'd be like, "Oh, this author's got a lot of readers, right?" And I do. Yeah, this sold 30,000 copies, for example, and this has sold 1,000 copies so far, but only 19. So it's really, really difficult to get reviews off the bat just from the readership, which is something that's actually more difficult to do as time goes on these days. There's so many authors out there, and not a lot of people want to spend a lot of time doing this sort of stuff. So they develop these groups that like basically get these advanced reader copies, so they get all their books for free. So it's basically a clout system that all these book talkers give their little fans these advanced copies. They give the advanced copy, they get the reviews in advance, and they get all these books for free, so it looks like they have a lot of sales. You get the mainstream publishing industry does this with everything, and so when you see all these books with like 100, 300 reviews like day one, it's because the publishing companies really organized getting those out there from a lot of unpaid sales. It's really interesting just how they do that. And so this arc went out, and of course, somebody called it out because it had generative AI in it, and so the prompts, which are now deleted, but I was able to find them. There were screenshots of the deal out there, and one of them said, "Here's a revised version." So and what Kate Seeger says, by the way, is that she didn't use AI to generate the story, but she did go in and say, "Okay, will you fix my typos or whatever," and then it would do something like this. Here's a revised version. So this actually tracks with what she said, And I think more and more authors are doing that because it is way easier to get AI to fix typos and the like than it is to have humans find it. I mean, I'm still finding typos in some of my works these days. It's just impossible to track down all of them. It's really just difficult, and that's one of the uses of AIs that's pretty useful. And next one she was in there that said, I can enhance the scene to make D'Artagnan's marking of Cora with his spiderweb mark, and it cuts off on there. But those are the two screenshots that I found so far, and I didn't place them up because, this lady's going around threatening to sue people over this, which is ridiculous. But I'll get there in a bit. So this is what she did right there. And so those were found. Naturally, she got a lot of criticism over it, even though she says she didn't write it in AI. And it looks like, again, there's just revisions in AI. I have no idea if she wrote it in AI or not. But they act like she wrote it from scratch in AI regardless, is the way that these things go on the drama storms. So as she's getting called out, this is where she started lashing out at people. They lit the torches, sharpened the pitchfork, screamed witch because I used AI to edit. All while they were busy frothing in the comments. Y'all were busy hitting buy now. My sales this week, spellbinding, incredible. So she's saying that the sales were fantastic and that the controversy actually helped her. Well, if this is the case, why are you so mad? If the controversy is actually a good thing, you should just be thrilled about it instead of what's going to come, and we're going to see right here. To my readers, you know what's real. To the haters, thanks for the spotlight. I look great in firelight, she said. Villain era book drama not written by AI, she says. For this book here, Cora and the Tower. Cora and the Tower. Let's go look this up, my friends, and see what we got here. Now, I don't know, 22 here. It's possible. She, like I said, My Demon's Eye has sold 1,000 copies, and it has, it has 19 reviews. So it's possible she sold that many. I'm gonna doubt it though, because I'm gonna guess that a lot of these came from her advanced review readers right here. And she's got a little bit of 1-star going on here. Thanks for Book Scout. This author used ChatGPT to rewrite several scenes and left the AI prompts in. And I'm guessing it's fixed by now, so it's probably not actually on there. So this person left this on here probably without even having that as part of the book. That's actually there. I got to chapter 16. Beginning is good. A lot of fillers. This person might be an actual review here, but this one was just somebody getting angry about AI, obviously. Now, most of them look at this, and so you could see a thing here that's a common trend. There's not one verified purchase among these reviewers. That's interesting on that level. So you go to the Demon's Eye, for example, and I let's see what we got here. So what's the difference? Verified purchase, verified purchase, verified purchase. Oh, this one was talking about this author's preconceived notions and baseless opinions. Clearly just was watching my YouTube channel. Verified purchase, verified purchase. A lot of verified purchases here, right? And so that's a tell that maybe this was not doing as successful as she said it was, as she was trying to spin this in her direction. So she then went further in different comments. Since I know you have little spies lurking on my posts, here's a reminder of copyright law as it currently stands. I think tweaking a few sections with AI doesn't preclude it from copyright. Sorry. And then she launches this whole copyright thing. And she apparently then started threatening the person who posted up, saying that they violated their copyright by having a screenshot on there and criticizing it. Which is not a violation of copyright, by the way. That is fair use. You can talk about snippets of books as fair use, and reviews are fair use. That is kind of how things go. I appreciate everybody who reviews my books as YouTube videos. That's really great. And a lot of them are comic books, so you can see a lot of what goes on because they're short, and a lot of the art is a lot of what the story is for those. So appreciate you guys doing that. I think it's great. But she is angry about this, clearly, and that tells me, again, I don't really think this is selling on the level that she says it's selling. It just seems kind of sus at this level, okay? And so there's this, and she says, sorry. So she then goes to somebody else. Good, let her do it. I have an excellent lawyer, and I'm not effing around when I say I will pursue legal action, which is something a handful of people find ethically reprehensible. What she did is a direct violation of copyright law. Again, big threats right here. This is not good behavior from an author, for somebody who's reading your book and reviewing it. Just let them review it. Never do something like this. If you're an author, this is really bad behavior. And it goes further. I hope she doesn't take them down. I will literally sue her. I am not above paying for a lawyer just to be petty. No one should underestimate my pettiness. Well, I don't think anybody will at this point, because this is pretty dang petty and pretty dang crazy of drama that's going on for this whole situation. Now, again, somebody just pointed out that you left your AI prompt in there. That's kind of your fault for doing that. And if you were having AI edit it, you probably should have looked at it again, or at least had AI run through it one more time just to check and say, hey, there's prompts in here. I took it out. That might be a pretty good thing, because this is a bad deal. It might be a good idea to have a human review your stuff before you go out and start sending these out to the world. Maybe just a reminder there. Now, this culminated in her deleting threads, and as you could see, she posted this thing, which I was unable to blow this up. She blew it up too big for her Instagram here. It says, sometimes you have to be honest with yourself and say, I'm not loved here, I'm not appreciated, I'm not valued, I'm not seen, and then walk away and stay away. Very passive-aggressive. And then she says, it's what I did with Threads. And as of now, I looked for her Threads account. Isn't there anymore. So it looks like she deleted her Threads account after all this controversy. Like I said, I don't think this is a situation where she, at the beginning, said she's winning so hard with this. Yikes. So don't act like this. This is a way not to be as an author right here. I always appreciate reviewers, even if they say mean things, because if they're taking the time to review, it means they care, right? You'd think. All right, leave a comment down below with what you think about this. What do you think about the whole situation? And love to hear from you. Love to hear from any readers, especially. Go check out my books, guys. The Demon's Eye, and of course, For Steam and Country. I'm going to put For Steam and Country in the description below for you, because I really appreciate it, and I think you will enjoy this book if you like fantasy. Thanks for reading. Thanks for building this community. You're amazing. We'll be back soon.